Yeah, piss off. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Bob's Toast, and welcome back to blah 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 Dallas Stars franchise mode giveaway. So, in the last episode, I made the teams. I showed you guys where you were at with your potential, and I actually showed you guys not your stats, but what your best characteristics of your character were at the moment. So. See, now I went in there and I went to go play our home opener, and I had it all tied up with 5 seconds to go, and they just slap shotted it, and one of the guys just slap shot it, and it just went in the net. And you know what, game? You know what? Whatever. Okay, so this episode is regarding. So we got a couple things to talk about this week. I like this little format that I've started with you guys where I start the simulation, you guys can see how we're doing, and if I think there's any problems I'll stop the simulations, but while we're simming, I can talk to you guys about NHL stuff, like what's going on in the league, what's happening. I think never listen to your amateur scout. I think I've said this in past videos, but I've gotten this a bit weaker than normal. And the first 3 picks were franchise. Not like implemented characters for me. No, these were random 3 franchise. 1 goalie, 1 left wing, and 1 defender. It was ridiculous. So I didn't have any picks that year, of course. So thanks, Amateur Scout. I'm just not gonna listen to you. Okay, so we got some stuff to talk about this week. So, how about that Abs game? What happened? Like, I didn't watch it at all. I was just, what was I doing the other day? I was, I think, relaxing from the aftermath of my big test, which is the reason why I wasn't able to stream on Halloween as much as I would have liked, sadly. I usually do a Halloween stream every year, but of course a test so happened to be the very next day. So, that was just bad luck on my part. But anyways, yeah, I was recovering, and I was kind of just browsing through my feed on Ifunny, and I started seeing all these memes about, at first it was 5-0, and I was like, really? The Canadians, this team that's doing amazing, they're first in the league, is losing to, like, the last place, they're not last, they're doing alright this year, the Blue Jackets. So, a little time passes, and then my kick chat starts, people in my kick, ooh, Tootin', but he has a pretty small contract. I don't know, that's pretty debatable actually. I think I might hold on to him. I think I might send him down to the minors. Yeah, we're gonna claim him because we can put him on the defense. But yeah, my kick chat started going off, and people, someone asked who was the goalie for tonight's game, and I guess they wanted to give Price a break, so they put Montoya in. And Montoya, that poor soul. I looked at the score again, because people were, like, freaking out about it in the kick chat, and it was 10-0. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. The Blue Jackets had scored on them 10 times. Poor Montoya. Montoya definitely should have been better. But, oh my god. You gotta think that, I wish I kind of would have been watching to see how the Canadians were playing. It would have been interesting. I feel like they just left Montoya out to dry all night long. Ooh. I think, oh wait, is he on our team? No, he's down in the AHL. Right, so for now I think we are going to scratch Miku. She's already been up the line. And we're going to put Tootin' in. So, that was like a ridiculous game. I'm sitting there watching the replays, and towards the end it just seemed like Montoya was like 200% done. I probably would have been too. Apparently that was one of the highest scoring games since like 1997 or something like that. And the last person that happened to on the Canadians was who was it? Wah. So it's pretty interesting stat to find out that Wah had that bad of a game too. Doesn't mean Montoya is Wah status. But I thought it was really funny, and you know, all these memes started coming out about the Canadians. Maybe I'll put some at the end of this video. As I said last video, I want you to try and implement memes into my videos if I can. Whenever I can find them, I will give credit to the people that make the memes in the video. Like, I'll put a little, you know, created by this person. Go check them out, blah blah blah. But anyways, yeah, a lot of people were making tons of memes about it. I just find it hilarious that shit, Dickinson, forgot about him. I just find it hilarious that this big bad Montreal Canadiens that everyone was terrified of aren't really big and bad. They're Carey Price. It's just Carey Price. Carey Price is the best goaltender in the world. And if you want, fight me if you don't believe that, because he's obviously the whole entire team. I thought, you know, everyone was starting to do good on the team with Weber and Radulov, but it appears not so. It appears Carey Price is still the team, and that's sad because if Carey Price gets injured again, the Canadians are fucked. There is no hope for the Canadians at all. Alright, let's see, what does Dickinson want for his goddamn contract? I just couldn't believe it, man. So, moving on, we have the sad news of the week, and that is Anderson. Craig Anderson, the goalie of the Senators, was found out this week, and they announced it, that his wife had cancer. And it was really sad just with how things were going in general. You know what? No, that's fair. That's a fair contract. They'll give you 1 year at 3.3. We'll see how you do in the short amount of games that you had. That's what you get for asking for a big contract, dick. Because Dickinson. Okay. Yeah, Anderson, I felt really bad for the guy. All his wife wanted him to do was to play, because Hammond got injured, of course, after this happened. And he actually went out there and he played the game, and he actually got his second straight shutout, which I mean, there's got to be some force out there when you're trying to do something for someone else that you really care about that is just magical, because for him to go out there and just be unbelievable all night long is great, you know. I don't even know, like, how to put it. But, and then I watched his little ceremony at the end where, he played, or not played, but, he got first star of the game, and he was crying, and oh my god, my feels were all over the place. Because, you know, Craig Anderson has never been a bad person to anyone in the NHL, and it's just really sad to see this happen to him, you know? Alright, so we gotta scratch someone. Or we're gonna send someone down. I think we gotta scratch. How you doing, Vasca? And you got 7 points. You're doing decent. Damn. It always happens. How about Ellie? You're doing decent too. See, I don't want to break this chemistry. Can I send anyone down? I think he's actually starting tonight, and he, like, there's even more feely feels thing with him, because I guess he changed his number for the night on his jersey to his wife's favorite number. I hope he does good tonight. I should check and see how he's doing right now. The game is probably on. My game isn't on until fucking 10:30 tonight. West Coast games. So yeah, I just gotta flat out scratch someone. Kinda sucks. How are we doing? Alright, it is 1-1 in the third. He hasn't let in much. And the only person that scored on him was Acapulco. It's not hard to stop. I mean, it's not easy to stop Acapulco. As a Penguins fan, I would know that, sadly. Sorry, Eves. Maybe your last year, but maybe I could send Eves down. Maybe he's like bad enough to the point where no one will pick him off the waivers. Don't claim him. Don't do it. Good. They didn't claim him. I will put Eves in the lineup. Scratch him. And then we're gonna put Eves in there. Throw him on the third line. I'm surprised Roy hasn't retired yet. He usually retires this year. So anyways, yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty good. It's a third. See if anything crazy is going on. Doesn't look like it though. No, the Canadians are actually scoring tonight. I'm gonna take one big guess and say that Price is in there. Let me bring up the stats here. Oh, you bet your ass Price is in net. See? I told you, Price, I mean, sure, the Canadians can go out there and score, you know, but when Price isn't, like, there or in net, the team's just a mess. I have no idea why. It's just weird. It's never made any sense to me. Okay. Continuing on with the sim, we're going to sim until January 1st, and then we'll see how the team's at that point. Alright, so, continuing on with what I'm talking about, today, Torres, Rafael Torres, everyone loves him so much, retired. But that's not the bigger person who retired today. It was, I mean, we all knew that this was his last year of hockey last year, but, technically he officially announced his retirement today. John Scott, the All-Star MVP of last year, the motherfucking legend. And I know people say that to meme it, but I mean it because I loved John Scott. He could have been a decent player, but he was just told to go out there and be a thug. People didn't want him to be a scorer. He was just out there to pick fights with people and try and throw the enemy team off. But as you can see, he could do something. He was good. He was decent, I should say. I've watched John Scott play. When he's playing, he's pretty good, you know? Yeah, it's really sad. I've met John Scott in person. He's such a nice guy. They actually honored him where I was, and it was really fun to watch him come out. I got pictures. I got a picture of him. He's so much taller than me. I'm kind of a short guy. I'm, what, 5'8", I think. They want Enstrom. I mean, they want to give us Enstrom. Oh, excuse me. How much is Enstrom? Is he like... I don't think I can send anyone down at the moment. Oh, fuck that contract. Fuck your stuff with Minnesota Wild. See, if they didn't give him a bad contract, I'd consider it. Yeah, I kind of wish he would have actually played to his potential, like, because I wish, like, he would have, you know, actually tried playing instead of trying to make fights with everyone, because as you can see, from some of the players starting to transition from the Goon to more of just a normal teammate one. That when a Goon transitions to hey, editing Kevin. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to make a call to my mother. She was bugging me in text. I had to tell her why voting for Hillary Clinton was crazy. Because it is. You shouldn't do it. The whole election thing is a humongous topic. And to be honest, I don't want to like try and start fights or anything. I'm more of a Democrat side in general, and as I told her when she was on the phone, if it was anyone else, I would vote for the Democrat side. But Trump, Hillary is just the worst candidate you could have picked. Like, there's so much dirty shit on her, and I hope that Trump wins, or for some miracle that a third party wins, even better, and all this shit on Hillary just gets exposed. Like, there's so much shit being ignored by the media right now because she's going up for election. I fear for America, though, if she gets elected. That's all I'm gonna say on that. At this point, I support Trump more. And that's sad, being from a Democrat side. If you want to get technical, I'm more in the middle. I've looked at all the views, and yeah, I'm pretty much in the middle. I don't believe in some stuff with the Republicans, and I don't believe in some stuff with the Democrats. Anyways, enough politics. Politics are boring. Let's get back into fucking hockey. What was I doing down here? Oh yeah, I was putting Spec back in the lineup. Okay, so let's continue to talk about what I was going on about. So yeah, the John Scott thing. I wish that they would have. God damn, these people stop getting injured. I wish that he would have played as a normal player and that he wasn't a goon. As I said, goons are currently in the transition to become normal players. Oh my god, I literally have no one that I could like just. Who the fuck is Hanson? Why does he have one? Oh, that guy. Whatever, I'll bring him up. And I wish they would just transition. I mean, as you know, a bunch of goons are transitioning. I've said this like 20 times. Into the normal player state. For my team, it's Tom Sestito. He's kind of transitioning. The other night, he actually made a really nice play to Matt Collin. Really nice pass. I hope he stays like that, because I'd like to see Sestito stay in the league, because while he is transitioning to a normal player rather than a goon, he still is going to be that big, tall, intimidating guy that if you fuck with anyone on our team, he's going to get right in your face. I love Sestito. And I know if he probably was on another team, I wouldn't say that. But, that's the case. Speaking of my team did something pretty smart this week. The other week, we picked up Mike Condon off of waivers from the Canadians, who, God, I bet they wish they had him now. And, he played one game for us. He stopped everything. Good job. And then, after that, the whole Anderson situation escalated, and he actually got traded to Ottawa. So Mike Condon was traded to Ottawa for a 5th round pick. So it's almost like we got a free fifth round. I mean, I love our GM. Base God, Rutherford. It's always a challenge with me to pronounce his goddamn name. Yeah, he has done amazing this year, and I'm so happy. And he did amazing last year. He's done amazing since he started. I was a little iffy on him when he first got into office and he traded Neal, but then he got Hornquist and Spalling. Spalling was involved, I believe, with the Kessel trade. So we got Hornquist and Kessel because of that. And I love Hornquist. Hornquist is honestly one of my new favorite players. He's the only, okay, there's some mates on the Penguins that are just playing like shit. I'm sure if you're a Penguins fan, you can attest to this, that there's some periods where the Penguins just aren't feeling it. There's even been a thing lately where Mike Sullivan was really pissed off at the Penguins because they just didn't seem like they're trying. So I mean, Penguins fans can attest to this, that there's just some games where they're not feeling it. But Hornquist is different. Hornquist is like that guy who just seems to be trying every time. And that's why I love Hornquist, is because he's really, really good at what he does. For a 7th, he was the last pick in the draft, and for that, he's really good at what he does. So Harkin has got 21 points in 39 games, not too impressive. He's probably not going to make no Rookie of the Year. Sprong has more points than him at this point. See how the Rookie of the Year spent. Aw yeah, Sprong leading. Let's keep this up. I'm not even going to fuck with the lines. Yeah, I love our GM. He's always so good to us. He's gotten always the better end of the deal for the most part. I wasn't a big fan of the Ben Lovejoy, Simon Dupre trade. God, that's another thing I thought I should put on this list of stuff to talk about. Simon Dupre, from being a Penguin to a Duck, I kind of lost interest in him as soon as he got traded. And earlier this week, it was found out that he was having more concussion syndrome-like stuff when he wasn't really hit that hard. He's almost in a way like a worse case than Crosby, where this concussion stuff could affect him deeply, like mentally and physically. So it's kind of scary and really sad to see that he has to go through this, and now he's out on long-term injury reserve because of it. It's really sad. I know Crosby's been suffering with some concussion stuff, but he is back and better than ever. And I will go over the whole Crosby stuff in a whole other video once a few more games have gone by. But holy shit, Crosby's been amazing this season. And get well soon, Dupre, because I'd hate to see such a good player go to waste. Alright, unfortunately our star fucking player, Jamie Benn, is injured. So we gotta move some people up. Dickinson, how you doing? You're 21 games in and you only got 5 points. See, this is not, I mean, I know you're on the 4th line, but still not good enough. You will be paid less. I know you're 85 overall, and that's pretty good, but hold on, I gotta bring someone else up here. Go to roster moves. And then we need someone to take the place on the 4th line. Let's bring this guy up. Oh shit. And scratch Hansen. Oh, shootout. Oh, and extra attacker. Put D'Angelo out there because I love me D'Angelo. How's D'Angelo doing? I didn't see him on that list. Only 9 points. Extremely disappointing. He's on the 1st line, isn't he? I might have to move him. He just might not have chemistry with Klingberg. We're also going to put D'Angelo on this because he got hands. D'Angelo's got some really good hands, and we're also going to put Sprong as the other one because Sprong's puck skills are scary. I believe I talked about this in another video where I was on the Islanders in a Be a Pro mode, and Sprong was on my team. It was not the NHL team, the other team, whatever. But every time we got into a shootout, he scored because his hands were just deadly. So next, so how about Max Domi? Did you guys see the other night? Max Domi just crushed Ryan Kessler. Now, I know a lot of people hate Kessler, but I really don't care for Kessler. I don't mind him as much as everyone else does. Wow, he sucked in the NHL. And I can see that Domi's got some of his father in him, for sure. because wow, that punch was brutal. I believe the linesman came in and tried to stop it before it happened. His arm got in the way and Domi kind of went under and just uppercutted him right in the face. Now, I haven't seen any updates on the status, but he had to leave after that. That was brutal. And then let's talk about a team that I talked about in the last video because they were doing so well. Or in the last week's episodes because they were doing so well. That's the Canucks. It's weird how a week can change stuff, eh? Canucks were undefeated. I think they had maybe lost one when I was talking about it last week. And then suddenly they've lost like everyone. They've lost, I think it was 5 now, which is pretty bad. Sad to see, seeing as Sedin said that, you know, hey, this year's for winning, not just focusing on rookies and stuff like that. We're gonna win this year. And I'm just not seeing it this year, you know? The Capitals won. And my game is almost done. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to before I have to stop recording. I have to pause recording until after my game. Which kinda sucks because... Oh, come on! Spooner was doing good! Oh my god. What's Harkin doing? Harkin's doing alright. Alright, we're gonna move Cody off the line. We're gonna move Fasca to the middle. So yeah, on the list of stuff to talk about this week, that is everything that I've put on it. Maybe I'll look for a little more. So, how are you guys today? I just got done with a 2-week period of nothing but studying because I've had 2 brutal exams. One I unfortunately failed because I second-guessed myself. See, if I could offer any advice to people that are going to college, it would be to never second-guess yourself, because honestly, second-guessing myself has hurt me more than it's helped me. I could have gotten, what was it, another 10 to 15% if I didn't second-guess myself. That would have saved me. I'm not a big econ person, that's probably why I didn't do too well. But, yeah, I've been trying out new methods of studying, as I can see that as you move through college, that you have to adapt new ways of studying because your old ways might not be working as much. My old ways were kind of just a couple days before the test to look over notes and read them as much as you can. I don't know, now I try a ton of different things. I try flashcards. I've been, I don't know, I think there was one study tip that told me to, oh thank you, to look at a blank wall and kind of just clear your mind before studying for like a minute or two and then just focus better. I tried gum. I tried breathing exercises during test. I'm just a bad test taker in general. I'll let you guys know if I ever come up with anything that works well. As of right now, I did bad on that econ test for sure, but I think I did a lot better on my psych test because, I don't know, maybe I'm a little more familiar with psych, seeing as it's my major. And I studied in a different way to the point where I didn't study like a lot at once. I took like 2-hour breaks in between times where I studied. And that seemed to do a little better, and I started studying about 5 days before the test instead of 2 like I usually do. So here we are. Anyways, that's my little study tip thing going on for you guys. But yeah, I don't know if I will be able to make it to the end of the year stuff, but I'm going to try. Fucking hell, I'll continue recording. Late for my game. So let's take care of the stand real quick. Let's upgrade this sword. Boss shuts the hell out. yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna, you know, you guys are bad test takers. I know how you feel. I'm a really bad test taker. I've always been a bad test taker, and it sucks, you know. Some of you are just lazy about it and are just bad test takers in general. That used to be me, but I actually want to get good grades. I'm just bad at remembering. I second guess myself all the time. You know, I have the right answer down, but then I choose something else, and then I hate myself for it later. Yes, just go out there and kick some ass, Sprung. Okie doke. So we are at trade deadline. Let's see if anyone needs to be traded, or if I should make any trades. As of right now, we are second in our division, and Tyler Sagan, of course, leads us. Pretty good. Jamie Benn, even though he's missed a couple games, he's got a point per game average. Oh, she's doing really good this year. That makes me pretty happy. I believe he was pretty piss poor the other year. Yeah, 34 points. He's still way better than he usually is. I mean, this might actually, yeah, this is his best year ever. Wow. Would you look at that? Maybe we found Oshi's line chemistry. Ariel's a little lack. Maybe yeah, last year he kicked ass. This year he's a little meh. I might move Oshi up and send Ariel down a little. But like I said, I don't want to fuck up with the lines because everyone at the moment is doing okay. Sprung has got 51 points. Sprung might win Rookie of the Year. That would make me a happy person because Sprung is my favorite player. Even though I don't know, I just love Sprung as a player. Oh my god, he's kicking everyone's ass. Yes! That makes me such a happy person. So we are not fucking up with the lines because I love the fact that Sprung won Rookie of the Year. That makes me very happy. I don't think there's anyone that we need to trade. At the moment, I don't think I'm interested in trading for anyone. But let's have a look. We have like no cap left. So, Dickinson. That's a debate because Dickinson just hasn't been doing good, you know? He's not worth the money, but he definitely is, he doesn't really have any... Yeah, I think we'll trade Dickinson away. He just isn't doing it, you know? So, let's find another fourth liner plus... Oh yeah, so like I said, I had to remind myself of that rule during the draft, that I wouldn't fuck with any of your guys' teams. So, I'm only allowed to trade with teams that don't have you guys on them. But, are the Leafs one of the teams? I think they might be. Nope, good. Let's trade the Leafs, because I think we should trade for William Nylander. I like Nylander. And I can see that the Leafs are already mistreating him. Every single GM that I've played so far, the Leafs mistreat Nylander. But Nylander will be on the fourth line. I don't think you'll like that too much. What is he at? Oh, he's a second line forward. I don't want to fart with the fucking line chemistry. So, okay, I guess we'll avoid Nylander for now. So, I heard this guy's pretty good. Bracco, he's making an impact right now wherever he is. If you guys don't watch Steve Dangle, or if you guys don't follow Steve Dangle on Twitter, he has been talking about Bracco and how good he's been doing. I can't wait to see how the Leafs turn to be in the future. I mean, I can already see that people are shitting on Austin Matthews for not doing anything in a while, but he's a good player. I mean, he's just on an team, you know? The Leafs in general are just a little I don't know what I really want though. Like at the moment, I don't think I really have a desire for anything. I could pick up a Radish, but I almost don't want to fuck with the AHL lines either. Ernie, I'm sorry, what? Jesus Christ, he's doing decent. I think we'll pick up Ernie. We're gonna pick up Ernie, and maybe a pick up a second. No way this goes through. Alright. How about a third? Hell yeah. So, we got Ernie, and a second for third and Dickinson. And Dickinson wasn't doing dick, so I can't make that joke anymore. Sad, but it's the price you pay, you know. Alright, Ernie, welcome to the team. Me and Tampa Bay have been making trades. And Ernie is considered a third player. I will definitely replace Ellie with Ernie, because you could get some chemistry from Duran. Duran's doing alright this year. I wouldn't expect anything less. I mean, he's on the third line. He might move up next year, or whenever we get rid of Oshie, because, you know, we're gonna get rid of Oshie eventually. I'm not attached to Oshie, so he won't be on the team forever, like Ben and Sagan and Everiel. I plan on keeping those three until the end, until the bitter end. Yes, you're mad at me because we traded away Dickinson. Alright, I only have like 30 minutes. Yeah, shut up. Welcome to the team, right? Okay, guys, well, this is where I'm gonna end the episode today. Actually, let me advance the day and I'll show you guys the trades that happened. So long, stay in my life. Okay, so the trades that occurred today are, there's us, the Ernie and Dickinson trade, and then Valesky went to the Maple Leafs for some D-Style and Kubala. Braun to the Flyers. You guys can read, so. Richard Panik. That is a guy that's been raising eyebrows this year. He's been doing amazing. He went from a nobody in the Leafs to the top goal scorer on the Hawks, which is an achievement because you got Patrick Kane and Taze on your team. Which, they haven't been doing too great this year either. I don't know, maybe they might have picked it up. But last I checked, they weren't doing too hot. Anyways, enough talking about that. We're gonna end the episode for today. Thanks for watching. Come rate, subscribe, tell me if you see the video, and I'll see y'all again one day.